Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is a book, Heroes and Villains, a Photographic Odyssey into the Fantastic World of Cosplay by Andrew Boyle. Now, I sort of figured that after like a couple weeks of Transformers stuff, you're probably sick of Transformers stuff. If that is, you came in every week, which you probably haven't. But yeah, I just figured, like, it'd be nice to do something different. You're going to have to excuse me, I've got that thing where it's like you feel like you need to sneeze and it's not quite getting to sneeze. Anyway, I picked the book up a couple years ago off Mighty Ape, so it's on the back. Heroes and Villains is a photographic journey into the heart of contemporary pop culture that is New York's annual Comic-Con. Photographer Andrew Boyle captures more than 200 cosplayers from NYCC in a series of stunning photographs and interviews celebrating the incredible world of expression, talent, inclusivity, creativity, and fandom that is the cosplay community. And then Andrew Boyle is a New York-based photographer whose obsession with the perfect capture, whether it's backstage at Fashion Week or rubbing shoulders at a music festival, makes him one of the best up-and-coming photographers out there. Andrew has photographed, ASAP, Rocky, James Murphy, 2 Chainz, The Blondes, Whoopi Goldberg, Miley Cyrus, Jeremy Scott, Tracy Morgan, and many others, for publications including The Music, Milk, and Nylon. Yeah. So, like I said, picked it up a couple years ago. While the back says that it does actually have like interviews, from what I remember, there is not actually a hell of a lot of interviews. Very nice paper though. So you get the contents: introduction, what is cosplay and why do people do it? Capes and Cows, the fearless heroes of comic book and cartoon universes. The assembly of rogues, diabolical arch nemesis from comic books and Saturday morning cartoons, legends of anime and manga, realms of screen and sound, cartridge crusaders, about the photographer, and acknowledgements. So you get a small intro here. What is cosplay? Why do people do it? There's a couple things in there. And then you get into, like, this is about all I found when it came to, like, interviews. So, you get, like, a really nice photo of the cosplayer, and then you might get a little bit from the cosplayer in the book, sort of thing. So, the most part, you're going to see stuff like that. So, you got, like, a Hellboy and a Hawkgirl. And I'll skip ahead. Bit of a Justice League there. So Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, and Robins. Here's a Supergirl, and little thing there. Try to go a bit further forward. A punk Batgirl. So you get to see sort of like traditional style of costumes, as well as sort of like custom made. So a mixture there of Spawn and Hello Kitty, while on the other page you actually get a Spawn. I think one of the sad things is that it doesn't sort of say who the cosplayers are. So like it's nice to have the photos. Dead Pooh, Winnie the Pooh / Deadpool mashup. So you get like great photos, and I have to say that they are great photos, and like amazing cosplays. Obviously, you don't really get to hear how the people made it or anything like that, but you do get to see like really neat cosplay and photography and stuff. So it's probably quite a good book for like a small coffee table book sort of thing. What is that? Azazel, Uncanny X-Men comic series. and a femme Joker. Of course, there's another Azazel from X-Men, and a Joker and Harley Quinn. They're obviously, like, you know, gender bend. There we go. A bit more of the manga and anime style. So Ruri Goku. I think it's Goku. Oremo and Satsuki Kiryuin. Kill the Kill. I don't know all manga or anything like that. So Era Gamagori, Kill the Kill, and Tetsuo from Akira. There's actually quite a nice mechanical arm for that Tetsuo. Honestly, if you've never seen Akira, I have to say, like, you should go out and see it. Akin Kaneki and Ryoko Matoi from Kill the Kill. And then, it's a good old, like, Star Wars cosplay and stuff, or Lord of the Rings, Red Knight from The Fisher King. So you can see all sorts of cosplay, so it's, it's not all, like, full-on professional, I'll probably have to skip quickly for that one. It's, like a mixture of, I would say, sort of like store-bought and custom-made and stuff that's, like really, really experienced cosplayers and cosplayers that aren't so experienced, sort of thing, and people that are working on mashing up franchises for themselves and stuff. There's a Noob Sabot from Mortal Kombat there, and a Shao Jun from Assassin's Creed. So yeah, like, the book itself is, it's a good size. Really, really nice, like, paper quality and stuff. And, the photos are nice, clear photos, sort of thing. Like I said, it's kind of a pity that, like, you don't really get the names of the cosplayers and stuff. Because, then you might be able to go and look them up and see what they're up to today, sort of thing, and, follow along their cosplay journey and all of that. But yeah, I think if you get the opportunity to pick up the book, I think it would be well worth it. You can use it for inspiration and stuff, and, like, if you're into photography, then it might help you sort of figure out how you'd like to do portrait style photos in the same way that Andrew Boyle has. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.